What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 7 of my Total Warhammer II modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, after taking Azandri, we have moved down and to near and around Khemri, hoping to take it at this fairly early point in the game before it gets too powerful and gets some insane garrison in there. It's already got a pretty damn strong garrison with two Screaming, well, it actually has 3 Screaming Skull Catapults, another one from something else in here, a bunch of Tomb Guard, a bunch of Ushabti and stuff like that, but if we were able to take out these armies, we should be able to take Khemri as well. So, here's hoping. Now, between the episodes, when I was reading the comments, somebody suggested that I take the Great Incantation of Tron, get the Necrotech hero that can make these ruins into a level 3 city in a single go, and I thought that was a really good idea, but then I also had an idea myself. Now, we are really, really relying on succeeding with this ambush. We only have a 40% chance here. However, we do have the Great Incantation of Xar. We don't have enough for both right now, but this would give us a plus 50% ambush success chance. I don't really care about the Sand Veil ability, nor the Sandstorm attrition right now. This is a very, very useful thing for the Sandstorm attrition to all enemies. So I generally like to save this sort of thing, but if we could use this right now to take out Cetra and take Khemri, this would be a very, very good sort of starting point for our campaign. So I think I'm going to pop that instead, and then wait until we get enough resources to go for that Great Incantation of Tra and try to get Belali out of that. Still a very good idea, and I do appreciate it. If only we had enough money to do both. Yeah, because it's not like we're going to get too many ruins. I mean, I suppose we could sack something, but it's not like we're going to sack Khemri. Even though it is going to go back down to level 2. But we're still probably not going to sack it. I really hope to keep that gold mine and still make a lot of cash out of it. Alright, so let's do it. Great Incantation of Xar. There we go. Now our ambush chance is increased. So, here's another thing we might want to do. You can still... Alright. You. Blessed Legion of Fakth. Let's disband one of you guys. Let's get you in here. You heard me. There we go. So you're in here, and then I guess we replace one of these units with the Regiment of Renown, King Nakesh's Scorpion Legion. Sure. Let's do that. Let's go with whoever has the least XP. Looks like you. Fare thee well, friendos. Get a couple of those Regiments of Renown in there, become a little bit more powerful. Hopefully it doesn't dissuade Cetra from attacking us. We might have to wait here for a turn or two before he realizes he wants to go for this. But I'm willing to play a little bit patiently for once. We do have 5 turns of the plus 50% to ambush, so we have a very good chance of succeeding. Now, what else can we do? Ooh, 1 more turn until the Ancient Burial Mound is finished. Unfortunately, we don't have an army for 5 turns that can recruit it all the way over there. So we're going to have to wait. Let's end the turn. Moment of Truth, or one of the first Moments of Truth, depending on what Cetra thinks. He does it, but with the wrong freaking character. Damn. That's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to have to try to ambush again. We will destroy this army with an easy auto-resolve. And we are going to stay in this territory, so I think let's take the Harvest Organs, get the freaking Epic Jars. Cetra won't fall for it. And I don't think we can take Khemri just by sieging it with Cetra in there right now. So, let's just wait on that. Try another ambush. Hopefully Cetra will move first this time. Let's see. Well, Arkhan gained a free trade out of it. I don't know why the map went all the way over there. That was a little bit odd. Solid garrison success. I mean, we could attack this. The skeleton warriors themselves are not really a threat. That's the thing. The only other thing is... I don't know whether we can win this. Because it's basically going to be skeleton warriors on skeleton warriors. And yes, we sort of have range superiority, but it's only a sort of range superiority. And we have to remember that all these units are shielded units, so it's not worth as much as you would think. We do have our Scorpion, but they have 3 sets of Ushabti plus the Summon of Ushabti. I'm not confident about the win there. I think we wait again. Oh, but he's just gonna summon another lord next turn immediately. And I don't think Cedra's gonna want to attack this stack. Damn, do we just risk it and try to go for this assault? It didn't go quite the way I wanted. Oh well, you know what? I think we have to risk it and just attack. I guess we gotta go Corrupted Dynasty just for the free white. Even though I haven't gotten too much mileage out of it, it's still better than nothing. Attribute, Vanguard deployment, Sandvale, immune to attrition. Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, now here's the question. Do we break Khemri's walls or do we leave them up? If we break them, is it better to break them or leave them up? Do we want the enemies on the walls? I feel that we actually want them on the wall. Because... that's a hard decision. Because if they're on the walls, it's easier to kill more of them with our Caskets of Souls. I think we go without. We can always break the gate. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's go. Wait, switch to Corrupted Dynasties and then go. Right here. And we're not going to siege because we don't actually want them to sally out. We want to attack basically immediately. Cetra's in there already. So this is going to be a heck of a long cinematic battle. This might very well take the entire episode because we're going to have to make maximum use of our artillery before we do anything. So, let's move on in. And then can you go into any useful stance? You could also go into Corrupted Dynasties, but I fear that it won't do anything with both of you in it. And you, I think, can't switch to anything useful. Enemy hero, ambush chance, public order. Yeah, okay, well, I guess you can both be in that stance. We won't get 2 White Kings, but it's something. Now, before we attack, is there anything else we need to do? I don't believe so. I really wish we could just teleport some of the crypt horrors we're about to get out of here. Oh, Lashik. She can get the pottery now. I could do it, why not? Why not? And we can upgrade the harbor. Wait, does Lashik have a special building? It does not. Okay, get the pottery, get the harbor for extra cash. It's only an increase of 20, but it is construction cost for buildings and an income and trade and some growth. I guess it's worth it. You have, like, no money. Alright, well, let's freaking do this thing. Cinematic battle time. Ooh, let's level up Arkhan before we go. See if we can... Yes, let's give him the right hand of Nagash. Make him a little bit more powerful if he gets into a battle. Oh. Oh, damn. For a second, I thought that we had unlocked Wind of Death. That would have been amazing here. That would have been absolutely amazing. What else do we have here? Ancient Tyrant, Embalmed in Elixir. Embalmed in Elixir is not that good. Yeah, none of these things seem like they're going to give us too much stuff, and we're probably going to spam Invocation of Nehek, Leeching, and Raise Dead. So Right Hand of Nagash looks like the best option here. And it does give him a decent power, plus an extra 25 Winds of Magic. I mean, that's very much solid. Alright, let's frickin' do this. Wait, one more upgrade. The beginning of this episode is such a tease. Well, I like a tease, so there it is. Let's see, you can go for Winds of Magic Power Reserve, another plus 10. I would probably take that over the evasive stat. Yes, you're gonna get more survivable off of that, but we need the magic here right now. Aura size isn't too bad either, but wait, does Cetra even have a caster? He has a Prince, Cetra himself, as well as another Prince. Yeah, they've got some very tough units here that are going to be really problematic. The 3 Ushabti, the 3 Lords / the Kings and Princes, so we got 6 very tough units, plus the 6 Tomb Guard. The rest are chaff, and they don't matter, but that alone makes almost a full stack of a much higher level of eliteness of units than we got. But whatever, the power level seems pretty good in terms of being in our favor, so I'm reasonably confident. But we know that the power can be very, very screwy at times. So let's do this thing. Alrighty, here we go. The assault on Khemri. Now, obviously, the ambush didn't quite go the way we wanted it to go, but you know, it's a do-or-die moment. This is our new capital, or it will be. So we gotta take it. We gotta take it for this campaign. Now, one massive unfortunate setback. This particular battle appears to have that bug where artillery won't fire at towers. They absolutely refuse. They will fire at units just fine, as you can see from that volley, but I repeatedly tried to get them to target the towers, and they just kept moving round and round, back and forth, trying... Well, I was moving them around back and forth because whenever I would target a tower, any tower, they would simply try to march forward within the tower's range, and towers do enough damage that even a couple of shots like that would be pretty hefty damage to one of these caskets. They're reasonably fragile. Now, these towers do take a little bit of damage, but that's mostly just side splatters from that ectoplasm. Oh well, it looks like we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, i.e. leave the towers, assault the walls with them up, but at least we can destroy a lot of the enemy units via standard artillery barrages. Obviously, I'm going to speed through this because we're not really going to... We're not going to assault the walls until this is done, until we've got no ammunition left, and until the enemy's forces are reduced as much as they can possibly be. Hopefully we can crumble a few, especially get rid of a few of these more irritating Tomb Guard units, because we don't really have too much of a great answer for them, except possibly surrounding them with a ton of units ourselves. Now, the enemy... I should have expected this, and I was talking about this last episode, that the AI always loves to summon the Ushabti that it gets when you're playing Tomb Kings against Tomb Kings, against either your artillery or alternatively your archers if you don't have any artillery. So yeah, I definitely should have just set up some skeleton spears or something here instead of risking this casket. It took a little bit of damage. I immediately popped Neru's protection on it to get that 40% physical resistance as well as aspect of the Dread Knight to get the leadership so that it did not rout off the map, as these are critical to our win, and then just had the Scorpion delay the Ushabti by rushing over here, along with our lords as well, and then it was a simple matter of shooting down the Ushabti and having them all pop. Unfortunately, it seems that our special summon of the extra unit we get summoned here, which makes it kind of pointless, as I believe this unit crumbles, so I just decided to send it against the walls to die, just to see how effective these towers are and what we could expect with regards to casualties. So let's watch this unit approach. Now that I look at it, it doesn't actually say the word crumbling, but I do believe that summon units decay in SFO, unless I'm mistaken. Either way, it's a fun little assault to watch while the Caskets of Souls continue in their barrage, as they do still have a fair bit of ammunition, about half a piece, so they gotta get rid of the rest of that. Oh, this one lost its shield and the arm that was holding its shield. And now it's lost its face. So yeah, pretty darn decent casualties. That's what I love about the undead. You just march into withering fire like this. And there we go. Now they're crumbling, but it was the disintegrating thing that I was talking about from summoned units, not the crumbling from having been crippled or having been decimated. Quite different there. Alright, so this unit is just about done. And how are we doing in terms of our ectoplasm barrage? Ooh, watch from on top of this tower. There we go. Too bad I really feel like you should be able to set up units here as well. Just like like this is clearly made so that you could get units up here. I mean, granted, there are no crenellations up here, but nonetheless, it feels like you should get the units up here. And why aren't you guys firing? Oh, I think I moved these guys over here instead of over here where they were summoned on to try to target some more of these units, and then I repeatedly ordered them to target several units like the towers from that angle, hoping that the angles would fix themselves, but unfortunately, once again, not the case. So yeah, it's a little bit boring to just watch the ectoplasm come in, but you know, Soul Barrage is necessary, as I've already noted. I mean, look at the damage we've dealt. this is pretty darn good. I believe one of the units actually has disintegrated. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units at half HP. 10 units at half HP. And the archers in the Tomb Guard among those units aren't super numerous, but it's certainly valuable. Now these guys actually bunched up, so we got a couple of extra shots in there. Very, very nice. That's 3 units of Tomb Guard that have been basically destroyed. Is that another? 4 units of Tomb Guard, yeah. This was definitely worthwhile. And then a 5th unit of, I believe these are Halberd Tomb Guard, unless I'm mistaken. Kind of hard to select. And Tomb Guard with halberds, yeah, they're just standing with the skeletons, so. There we are. We're just about done here. You guys let me know if you want to see these sort of things with regards to just standing around and sieging like this, because I do envision there will be at least a couple battles in the future where I will do this sort of thing, especially the harder battles where I can't risk a loss. But I suppose I could always cut out this portion. I mean, I do obviously do it through the max fast forward until we run out of ammo, and which, speaking of, we're just about out, and I have started to set up the army for the assault that I was envisioning here. The Flock of Joth are moving around to the edge of the screen. They do have 3 of these skull catapults, screaming skull catapults. So they could certainly do quite a bit of damage to our units. Now, I believe they also cause a terror effect when applying. I don't know whether undead are immune to that. I don't know whether you can make the make undead terrified, and or whether it knocks them back into. It's a cool unit though. Whether it knocks undead units further into the debilitating status, or the crumbling, the critical binding, all that sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta actually pay attention to see what these guys can do next time. Now, they are unfortunately protected by this unit of carrion. We do have our own Flock of Joth, but we didn't get the fell bats on the field. The reason for that being, we did get the White King unit, or whatever this guy's name is. I feel that I probably won't be using this summon anymore. Like, it's nice to get the extra hero, but his own summon, probably his best ability, doesn't actually seem to work. And considering the recent drama surrounding SFO and the unfortunate effects of that, we might not get a patch for a while. So with that being broken, there may not be reason enough to field this guy. Anyway, back to what I was saying with regards to this. I did decide to get the ghouls and the hounds over here, as the heroes will break through this gate with the ghouls and the hounds to follow through. This part is where the main assault is going to occur, and I did. You know what? Let's do this. That I unspeeded it. This assault is going to occur. We don't have a ram here, but we do have the Regiment of Renown that we just got. What they were called, the Spearman Regiment of Renown. I believe that's you guys. King Nakash's Scorpion Legion. These guys can take gates, and they do a fair amount of damage, so we can certainly push them through. Oh, these guys look cool. Oh, they're just regular skeleton spears, but they're got a lot of gold. Huh. I like this unit. I actually wish that a few more units would have used this skin. It's very nice. Or this recolor with the extra gold on the skeleton spears. Maybe like as your and this is obviously asking too much, but I just feel like it would be nice. As your empire grows, as you get more technologies, the regular units start looking more and more gold. I mean, yeah, once again, asking too much, but it would be cool. We also got the other Regiment of Renown unit, the one that gets people censored. Where are you? Where are you guys? Ah, here we go. What do you guys look like? Oh, you're the same sort of color. Okay. You also got the massive amount of gold, and you've got the darkened bones as opposed to the bleached bones. Huh. I wonder what this would look like with the bleached bones instead of with the black bones. Are they supposed to be sun-scorched or burned in fire or something like that? Interesting. Interesting. I do like both of them though. of hard to say. Would be nice if we could mix and match, but anyway. I believe the assault should be about to start. Here we go. The Power Rangers are heading towards the gate with the Scorpion in the lead. Scorpion's going to take some damage from the towers, of course, and that's a lot of shots coming in. I mean, charging into that. That'll be pretty scary for the units, I guess. Not so much for the Scorpion, as it doesn't take a crazy amount of damage, and the damage that it does take, we do immediately repair it with the Necrotech and his ability to repair. He looks happy. There we go. Alright, let's see how much damage we've taken. Okay, the Necrotech's taken some damage. I believe I reacted to this by giving him the invisibility ability, the Veil of Sands, or whatever it's called, so that the turrets would or the towers rather would retarget the Scorpion. And here we go. The main assault has begun. Many a minute into this particular battle, but we had to whittle down the enemy as much as possible, as I was saying. Alrighty, so this is what the enemy is seeing approach now. Unfortunately, as I said, since we can't get the towers, killed all of the towers, will be fine. Oh, looks like I actually had a little tiny bit of ammunition left. And one of the reasons I decided to assault with this army and before the gate was broken over here was to get the deaths from the Ushabti going in, because summoning the Ushabti on top of the Screaming Skull catapults may be an absolute necessity in terms of trying to prevent them from doing a lot of damage. I mean, some decently placed shots into this would just wreak havoc with our army. And here we go, some Screaming Skulls coming in. They certainly knock a lot of units back, and oh yeah, a lot of those units didn't get back up, damn. Weak binding. I'm not seeing any debuffs coming in from the Screaming Skull catapults, though. Well, they don't actually do a crazy amount of damage to the Scorpion Legion. Oh, but look at the leadership. Yeah, it does look like... Was the leadership because... Discouraged by ability, minus 14. There we go. That's what I was talking about. And yeah, it looks like they do decide to focus this. And the Carrion look like they're going to countercharge our Flock of Jaff. These two are going to get into it. And I really can't tell what the hell's going on. Even though the Flock of Jaff are all like burning, and also they also got like blackened, scorched bones as well. Not just fiery wings. Interesting. Interesting. I gotta read up on the lore, see if there's some kind of like funeral pyre thing that the Nehekarans did, because I'm not aware of such a thing. I thought they just buried everybody. Although I suppose you could raise the ones that have been burned as well. And like the flock clearly has the fiery stuff, and as you guys may have noticed, the regular Carrion absolutely obliterated the Flock of Jaff over here, and the reason for that was the enemy AI actually used its spellcaster, whatever it was. It got several buffs on the Flock immediately. Maybe that was Cetra buffing it up or somebody, but I noticed that there were several casted abilities upon them, and they just were able to absolutely destroy these guys because they got both a physical resistance and a damage buff. In the meantime, however, the walls have come under assault. The arrows are flying in, and absolutely look at that skull just fly over. Oh wow! Look at that shower of arrows going through this part, and the broken part of the wall. Huh? It's actually nice that but they go through this part as well. Oh, this part doesn't count as like the crenellations here doesn't count. Huh? Interesting. What are you doing? I guess the Stone Prince is hiding from the arrows. He's also holding his shield up just in case. Maybe he noticed that they go through the wall. So here we go. Everybody's climbing up the walls, or at least our weak units are. Our heroes have also managed to break through the gate, and I immediately summoned a unit of zombies here. The reason for that was to make this Tomb King get distracted so he doesn't follow or Tomb Prince rather, so that he doesn't follow our heroes. I don't know why they turned around here with some sort of pathing thing. I just sent them out here to attack the Screaming Skull catapults. Speaking of the Screaming Skull catapults, I did summon the Ushabti on top of them, but between Cetra and the enemy flock of Carrion and the enemy set of Ushabti, they were able to counter them pretty darn well, and the Screaming Skull catapults do survive. Man, I love the way these freaking units look. Yet again, I just gotta say that the Tomb Kings take the prize for aesthetics in this thing. Look at that skull go. it hit nothing though. Oh, okay, so we have taken this portion of the wall, and while the Tomb King is here, we've also managed to break through this gate, and we're about to go through, at least when our units set up in such a way that they can get a nice little crossfire going. I summoned a second unit of undead here, and I've also set the ghouls moving forward. Unfortunately, the enemy did not move off the walls to fight the zombies that were there, so the ghouls will absolutely take casualties here, and as they run in like this. But hey, it's a cool shot. Even if it's a little bit wasteful. What I probably could have done was been a little bit more patient and run them around from the side like this and then gone in. Maybe even sent at least one of them up the walls. But never mind. I felt at this point that we had to guarantee the win, so I wanted to get as many units in the central area as possible. Speaking of the central area, another zombie summon comes in, and we are going to be fighting the Ushabti. The zombies are here particularly to prevent the enemies, Carrion and Ushabti, from hitting our heroes, while our heroes try to get rid of Cetra himself. He's over here looking glorious and golden, but is he glorious enough to face Arkhan? I don't think so. We did get a Spirit Leech off on him already, so he's at half HP. He does have that Nair's Incantation protection, though. And I believe this time he did try to focus the Necrotech. I don't see where he is. It's really kind of hard to tell in the press, but the Necrotech did definitely take a lot of damage to Cetra. Oh, he's out here. I did back him out, but then the Carrion tried to go after him as well. So he's got, what, 33% HP-ish. I even used the Liber Mortis from Arkhan to get that physical buff on him, just to try to prevent him from dying. Fortunately, it does spread to allies, so everybody gets to have it. Scorpion's doing a great job once again, and somebody did suggest a name for it. I gotta remember to put that in, as it has been pretty key to our strategy. We just knocked down one of those who shopped it. Didn't get back up, but we're doing pretty good, since they can't seem to focus it down. It is taking damage, but we do appear to be doing fairly well in this portion of the map. How's Cetra doing? He's got, what, 20% HP? Very close. And the Power Rangers ganging up on him now. A single Ushabti is there to help, but we've got all four of our heroes here, while the Scorpion distracts the Ushabti. This is the perfect use for the Scorpion. And down goes Cetra. I couldn't see if he quite got the kill there, but, ooh, nice jump, Tomb King. Very nice. I finished off an Ushabti that way. And there we go. With the backup of even more undead, we have this central area shored up nicely. We also got the Nehekaran warriors, who managed to gain this wall, charging in and distracting these Screaming Skull catapult, preventing them from doing any more damage. The ghouls were able to make it in, although one of them did get destroyed primarily by the ranged fire from the towers. This particular unit of Tomb Guard are doing a very nice job holding all these units at bay, though. I was originally going to send the hounds and the ghouls over there to the center, but since we won in the center, I decided to keep them here to try to do as much damage to these Tomb Guard as possible. And despite the fact that there are 6, I guess one died. 6 units here, wait, no, 5 units here, because 1 unit of hounds went over there to attack the Ushabti. Before these arrows, I also had a bunch of skeleton archers climb the wall so they could shoot downward. And fire on the Ushabti, who drop pretty darn quick, especially once they start crumbling. And these guys also held for a really long time. This 2 sets of skeleton warriors and spears up here. I couldn't quite find the angle on them with these spears, so they actually got wrecked by the towers, even if they didn't die. Then the Nehekaran swordsmen here, or Nehekaran warriors, I do believe they did outdamage these guys. I actually want to check at the end how many kills these guys got. And I believe this is the last little fight left. And with that, Cetra has fallen, Khemri is ours, and the faction, I believe, should be destroyed as well. So this certainly eases our situation, as we would never have peaced out. Granted, we will still have a bunch of enemy Tomb Kings around, but with Khemri to call our own and a pretty glorious home base, we can just move out from here. We have the Black Tower of Arkhan right beside us. We have the Pyramid of Nagash right beside us, and easy access to Numas and the Badlands and lots of other good stuff around. So there it is. Ooh, and there we go. Actually, a close victory. I was expecting horrendous casualties, and while we did get a fair few amount of casualties and did lose some of the vampiric units that we've been holding on to, like the Hounds and the Crypt Ghouls, that's okay. I will definitely take it for Khemri itself, and I was a little bit disappointed in the performance of some units, but the caskets, over a freaking 1,000 kills on this one, 1,004, very, very nice, and 842 ain't too shabby either. I'm not sure that this particular battle would have been possible without the caskets, because they literally destroyed a little under a half of their army on their own. And granted, a lot of those were the weaker units, but some of the Tomb Guard units also got wrecked. You can see that a bunch of them have 0 kills. Those were the ones that got destroyed by the caskets. And this one is the one, I take it, that held the ground against the ghouls there and the Hounds, which was very, very nicely done. MVP for the other faction, of course. And I was quite impressed with the use of the princes, the enemy carrion actually beating the flock of Jav, who did manage to survive in a straight-up fight. I think it was mostly due to the buffs that they got, because I saw that the carrion received various buffs. We really needed these Fellbats to come in, but because of the extra summon from our stances, because of the White King, it looks like the Fellbats decided not to join the battle. They could have turned the tide against those damn carrion, probably would have made it easier against the Screaming Skull Catapults, who did get about 200 kills, which is nothing compared to our artillery, but still pretty decent. There we go. Man, I'm still a little bit keyed up now. We could sack it, but we're not going to do that. We don't have the money to pay for rebuilding it. Ooh, Talisman of Endurance. That's going on Arkhan, and not on King Khura. But most importantly, Khemri destroyed. This is fairly decently early on, considering we skipped the dwarves and tic-tac-toe to get straight to it, and I'm pretty darn happy with that. We can now proceed on to probably attacking Numas, or going around here and attacking tic-tac-toe. I don't remember whether oh wait, now Arkhan gets the buff as well. Swell. That is swell. I'm glad that we got the buff before he got put down. Now, yeah, we do have the non-aggression pact with tic-tac, so we probably shouldn't attack him. I'm actually kind of hoping that he fights with these dwarves. He is fighting with the Rockop dynasty, so we could attack them, because they are in... Wait, is Sudenburg their territory right now? Can't tell. Well, we do have to head down to the Black Tower of Arkhan anyway, so in fact, let's send down our agent here, because we do have a quest to do so. And you know what? All the administrative stuff, all the building, and the skill point assigning, and the items and stuff. Ooh, and we did get the gold mine. What I was about to say was, we'll do that next episode. 15k to build the Great Pyramid of Cetra. Wait. Building the Great Pyramid of Cetra unlocks the technology Great Pyramid of Arkhan. Oh, that's pretty good. Man, the AI had built this. The AI had spent its 15,000 ill-gotten cheater money to build that. I'm a little bit disappointed we couldn't keep it ourselves, but hey, we still got what we needed to. Next time, stay tuned for more Arkhan, I guess, but I definitely have to call it here. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and a rate comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.